Hey, it's Mark Williams of Whitetail Properties here in Kentucky, and I just left a listing appointment, was headed back to the house, and thought I'd visit with y'all and talk to y'all a minute about buying property in Kentucky and why you should consider buying property in Kentucky the next time you're thinking about buying a hunting farm. For several reasons, but I'm going to talk about the top 4 reasons, in my opinion, why you should consider Kentucky the next time you buy a farm. Reason number 1 is land values. When you start looking at other Midwestern states, other trophy producing states, Kentucky's on the lower end of the price point for land, especially when you compare it to states like Iowa, Central Illinois, Central Indiana. We're at the lower end of that price point. So that's reason number 1 is land values. Second reason are property taxes. Kentucky's a very landowner-friendly property tax state. In the state of Kentucky, if you have more than 10 acres, most counties give you the ag exemption, which will give you a lower tax rate. The mill's the same, but they decrease the value of the ground, give you the ag exemption, therefore you pay lower property taxes. So that's reason number 2 is property taxes. Reason number 3, the cost of tags and licenses. Some states, you will pay as much as $700 or $800 for your license and tags. And some states, if you own a farm in that state and you're not a resident, you might not get to hunt it but once every 3 years. How much sense does that make? But in Kentucky, a non-resident, tags and license are about $260. Now, if you buy turkey tags, it's going to be a little more money than that. But deer tags and license is about $260. They're over-the-counter tags. All you got to do is go into your local sporting goods store, your local Walmart, and buy your license and tags. It's that simple. So that's reason number 3, the cost of license and tags. Reason number 4 is the quality of the deer hunting. In about 1994, the state of Kentucky went to a 1-buck state. That has really changed Kentucky from a deer hunting standpoint. In fact, Realtree just put out an article back in the summer. From 2010 to 2016, Kentucky ranked 2nd for boone and crockett entries in the United States. And in 2012, we had more boone and crockett entries than any other state. So from 2010 to 2016, Kentucky ranked 2nd in the U.S. for boone and crockett entries. So when you start looking at all those things combined, you start looking at what is my land going to cost me? What's the caliber of deer I can have on that property? What are my property taxes? And what are my license and tags going to cost? Kentucky has to move way up the charts on the states that offer high quality trophy deer hunting. Not saying it's the best, but it's got to be in the conversation of the top 2 or 3 states in the country when you put it all together. So, give Kentucky some consideration the next time you go to buy a property. And if you're interested in Kentucky farms, go to whitetailagents.com, take a look, give me or Justin a call, and set up an appointment. We'd be more than happy to show you some property. Until next time, you guys take her easy.